Hello guys, this is Papompa back at it again, and today we have what I think it's... Sorry, I'm not centered. Now I am. What I think is a very nice Soul hybrid version. So this is not the only one that I would have on the plate, but this is the first one, and it's, as you may have seen from the stream of yesterday, Soul Assault. So I've changed a number of cards in the end. I got some more replays to show you, and the turn 1 is kinda cool. The issue could be going second against the best decks, like for example a very well established board on turn 1 like the one of the dragons could be very tough to break, as it is for any deck. But the good news is that you have room for staples here. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. Here comes the deck list, and again, Soul's Assault, simply because we're playing our beloved Souls with the Assault stuff. So the skill is Assault Store Acceleration, and we got some restrictions on the skill for all who do not remember what the problem is. The first question you're gonna ask in the comments, so I hope everyone sees the deck list breakdown first, is why are you not playing Shenxing, the level 10 Soul monster? Simply because of the skill. The skill says you cannot synchro summon level 9 or higher synchro monsters except dragons, and Shenxing it's not, unfortunately, a dragon, so we can't summon it. We lose a little bit of power of Soul, but trust me, as you will see the turn 1 of this, you're gonna understand it's still worth it. We have also a way to shuffle cards, so this could be nice to draw maybe some pieces of the puzzle that we are eventually missing. And what else? And also we got the in help going second. We can basically cheat out the junk archer from our extra deck from nowhere, actually from our extra deck, like with no cost, to try to force some of your opponent's interruptions, right? So we got, let's see what we have. We have let's see the Soul part. The Soul part is a couple of Ecclesia. To be honest, it's not that you need the Ecclesia, let's be clear. Of course, Ecclesia gives you some versatility, and it gives you another weapon when you go second. Why? Because when you go second, Ecclesia can special summon itself, thus not forcing you to waste the first of the 2 normal summons that you have. So having Ecclesia would be better, but if you don't, if you miss these 2 Ecclesia, or just one, you can just play 1 Mortaya or 1 Mohi. And if you just have 1 Ecclesia, I will prioritize having the 3rd copy of Mohi. Okay? Then we got double Taya, double Mohi, triple Emergence for the search, double Summit, and the Blackout. The Blackout is fundamental because it's what gives us a very nice turn 1, where we talk about the turn 1 of this deck, because the Blackout is searchable from the Yugioh, okay? And this is the Soul part. Then we have the Assault part. Triple Assault Sentinel, triple PSI Reflector, and of course 1 Assault Beast, 1 Assault Mode Activate, 1 Status Dragon Assault Mode. If you miss, for example, these copies, I will actually recommend just to not replace them and simply lower the number of cards, because in that way you do not touch consistency. Last thing that is actually super important is the Escator Dawnwalker. So with this guy, basically you achieve 2 things. The first, you can send Taya to grave, and the second is you have another level later on the field that would give us a turn 1 that is super duper good. For the extra deck, we have the Soul part is just literally Yugioh and the Baxia that eventually can come in clutch. Of course, Status Dragon and XL Synchro Status Dragon. With this effect, you're gonna summon just 1 boy. the Horror Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and the non-tuner Dark Dragon type synchro that you're using to summon this guy is Buster Dragon. So that means that in the wait, during the wait of you deciding to activate this effect, you still have kind of a floodgate on the field. I would say floodgate because, of course, Buster Dragon transforms every monster your opponent controls into dragons, but that is a problem just for some decks, and in this meta probably it's not even a good floodgate, because we have dragons in meta, Blue Eyes that is dragons, speedy monsters that do not care because spirit is not the type. So, then we have the classic Dragite and the another another genetic level 8 that could be good, Berserker, and the Junk Archer because it can be cheated out from with the skill. This guy is the guy that gets summoned with the Skater, and I guess that's it. For the turn 1, of course, I leave it to the replays. Don't mind the first replays that you see 30 cards. I was playing also another, the other Duskwalker. It was Supai, the Duskwalker, but I decided it was not needed in this, so that's why I cut it out. And 25 cards, guys, because between the draw of Mohi and the shuffle with the skill, you hope to draw the Skater to have the full combo. Otherwise, turn 1 is pretty nice. That's all for the explanations, and I leave it to the replays. Let's jump right into them. First replay, keep in mind, guys, I was playing 30 cards, but it does not change the combo. Again, I told you, in the end, it was just better to play less to be more consistent. So this is the turn 1 that we have. So we're getting the emergence to get the Mohi. We're missing the Skater, the Dustwalker. So that's what we're looking for. We got first the theme of the deck, right? The more that we can, and then Mohi, token, Synchro Summon. Of course, you go with Yugioh first, Effect, and Mohi's Draw. So we got another Sentinel, and then you search always the Blackout to have another interruption. At this point, we got the Sentinel, use a Reflect, summon the PSI Reflector, get a search, and now, and only now, you use the skill to shuffle stuff and, of course, to increase the chances of drawing the last piece of the puzzle. Here it comes. We reveal, we shuffle too, and we got the Skater Dawnwalker, exactly what we wanted. So you discard the Taya, even though it's not really important, the Taya. Again, Supai, I was playing this, but it's not needed. I cut it out. So 5+3 is Buster Dragon, and then last thing, PSI Reflector reveal summons the guy, makes it level 7, so you go 7 + 1, 8, Axel Synchro Status Dragon, revives a level 1 from the grave, set the Assault Mode activate and the Social Blackout, and you will see now the turn 1. So it started with the skill of this thing, right? And it is what I mean. So, okay, he started with the Shinado, straight away, here it comes. As soon as he flips that up, straight away, Axel Synchro Status Dragon's effect, you summon Status Dragon, and then you use Buster Dragon, and the level 1 you go into Art Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Super important thing right now. This is unaffected. So, unless your opponent has a continuous effect, like Fiendish Chain or Plasma, for example, this is unaffected. Nothing can happen to him, and this is an Omni Negation. Life, once per turn, no cost. Then, straight away toggle on Assault Mode activate for the second Omni Negation. So this is your turn 1 in the end. Omni Negation, unaffected. Omni Negation by tributing, and these are two Omni Negation, two recurrent Omni Negation that keeps on coming back. And then Yugioh Monster Effect Negation and Blackout to pop 2 cards. That's what we have. So it's got the Change of Art, it's got Yaksha to force our back row, but Yugioh says no thank you. We want to keep, of course, the pop 2. Then it's got Change of Art, but he targeted the boy that is unaffected, so nothing happens. Then an Ikitama and the Link summon into Phoenix to try to pop the back row. At this point, Status Dragon Assault Mode, tribute itself, pop it and negate. Then Stars Align above the shrine, effect, we got Blackout to pop both, and he scooped. Keep in mind, Status Dragon Assault Mode comes back in the end phase. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel it's us going first again. We got the Sword Soul Emergence to begin with. Keep in mind, Sword Soul Emergence is a 1-card combo into Taya that can banish. But we got Moi. I mean, Moi is better simply because you can draw a card. So Xiao here, of course, to begin with. In this case, once you realize that you're always gonna search the blackout, or because you already have Taya, this is the correct order. You first draw the blackout and get the blackout, and then you draw. So of course, as always, in order to increase the chance of getting the an assault card or to get the Escator, the Dawnwalker. So we got the assault part here. Here he comes, Assault Beast, getting the assault mode activate, skill here to try to draw the Dawnwalker, but we didn't get it, right? So let's see what happens now. It comes, instead of going into Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, you have here a couple of choices. You can either decide to go Dragite because you have the water in the grave, or you can instead decide to go into Stardust Dragon and use Assault Mode Activate so that you can basically have the Omni negation on the field. I went for this and I kept this in hand because now if I draw the PSI Reflector, I can do the combo again and have another level 8 Synchro Summon. That's why I kept a Solo Mode activate. I still have the Blackera, I still have the Sacred Summit. So this is the turn 1 when you don't draw Dawnwalker. Still a Effect Negation, Monster Effect Negation, Spell Trap Negation, and Pop 2. It's got the Cyclone here to begin with, and we got Dragite to protect our Blackout, super important. Then it's got the Vector stuff, right? So let's see what he has. Rank up Magic Numeron Force. He's filling our graveyards with Xyz monster into the void. Then Admiration of the Thousands to get the big boy on the field, I guess. The one that boosts us up. Yeah, the number C5 Chaos Chimera Dragon that has got the skill to have the Masquerade. Totally fine. Again, Masquerade to mill the top card of our deck, still fine. Blackout here, Battle Phase, you pop both, and we still added the Effect Negation eventually. Keep in mind, with the Sacred Summon next turn, you can just revive the Xiao. That's how you do, my boys. There you go. Here we go instead against the true Sword Soul. So it's us to go. We have the Escrow, so we're chilling. We started with the Ecclesia, getting the Mohi because we have the Blackout in end. So super easy, super cheesy. We have also the Assault Sentinel, so we have everything. Perfect end. So you know where this is going. The draw, the Summit Search, Dawnwalker, here he comes to get the Fire and Escrow, past the Dragon. Then you got the Assault Sentinel for the last part of the combo. PSI Reflector gets the Assault Beast that searches for the Assault Mode Activate. Reveal, summon the guy. Synchro Summon, Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, revives to level 1. And you set the traps, even a bluff, and you're good to go. Let's see what he has. Let's see what he starts with. He's got the Sword Soul Emergence, and he starts with that. That's fine. We couldn't negate that, unfortunately, because we can activate the effect of Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon just in response to something in the main phase. So we got first the complete setup of the board. So Dragon Archfiend the Beast, Assault Mode activate. Here we go. Now we're ready. Taya to begin with. Xiao says no thank you and negates. At this point he goes Iris Sword Soul Special Summon, and that's fine for us. I think that was actually a bad move. Then he sets a monster, 2 set cards, end phase, Blackout pops the back row, and now we're just chilling. You know why we're chilling? Because Summit can revive the Xiao, so we have the effect negation back again on the field. At this point we're just attacking, keeping into account, guys, that these are 2 Omni negation that we can keep on activating. He's got Virtuous Bonds again to get the Ecclesia Special Summon. Here he comes. Special Summon, Tribute Effect, Stardust Dragon Assault Mode negates and destroys, even though it was already in the grave. He's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Going second this time against one of the tier 1 decks, that is Shinobirds. So let's see what happens now. Let's speed things up. Guys, I'm just sorry that I wasn't able to give you a duel against Blue Eyes, guys, but in the poor time that I had, I faced no Blue Eyes. Even though I do understand if you go first, you have a chance because you have tons of Omni negation, and you can just dodge eventually the Majesty if it's the first thing that he does. But the going second against Blue Eyes, I didn't have the chance to try it, to be honest. So still, this is what we have. He's got the Accel ritual ready in the grave. He's got Symbol Nightingale that says basically I can't die this turn, I can't lose this turn, and a couple of tokens monsters. So we got the Junk Archer to begin with. He used the effect of Nightingale, but we still banish it so he loses the materials. That's the plan. At this point, we got literally everything. We started with the PSI Reflector. Actually, we need the Soul part, to be honest. So PSI Reflector, getting the guy back on the field. He's got Stars Line across the Milky Way. Perfect combo. Actually, perfect moment because I have 3 monsters now. So he summons the Baron, the Shino Baron Peacock to shuffle everything. Still good. We can shuffle and try to go for a Soul card. Going second, this is Ecclesia. So special summon, we didn't even need to waste our second normal summon because we just used one normal summon for PSI. Now we still have another one. So here she comes, summon the Mohi, reveal, got the first synchro summon. I went into Berserker, guys, because I forgot that he used Nightingale and I thought I had to go for lethal. So that is a misplay, actually. I should have just set up a board with the Yugioh, but again, I misplayed because I forgot about Nightingale. Then Askaror to go into Stardust Dragone. And then I got the last thing, that is Assault Sentinel and Summit to have more monsters on the field. I'm attacking, getting the Berserker, and I realized I can't do damage. So I just at this point used Assault Mode activated to have the Omni Negation on the field. So we have the Omni Negation and the Banish. He's got Aratama to begin with. Here he comes. And I said, you know what, I'm negating this straight away because I didn't want him to search. Probably I was afraid of a Mano Winado. Then he went with the Nikitama, stars aligned above the shrine to get the Shino Baron Shade Peacock that he can use to search stuff. Here he comes. But apparently, he plays just one Baron. Because look at this. He goes into Masquerina. That is fine. Then the Ritual. I was expecting him to shuffle all 3. Don't get me wrong, even if he shuffled all 3, I would have still banished it with the Berserker, so he would have not had lethal. So let's be clear. But instead he summoned just the girl, the female one that does nothing here, and we banish it in the end phase. So Stardust Dragon Assault mode comes back eventually. So we had the duel, of course, under control, but that was weird. I guess he just played one of the boys, I guess. And that's it. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, against Dark Magiciano. So let's see what we have. I mean, we have this. It's kind of bad, but we have the Ecclesia, and we have a Soul card, so we can just start out of Mohi. Here he comes, Yugioh. You got the draw with Mohi and the Yugioh, and in this case, we got a PSI Reflector. So Soul Emergence to thin out the deck, then PSI Reflector, thin the deck even more with the Soul Beast and the Search of Assault Mode activate. Now you shuffle, looking for the boy that actually didn't come because this is another Ecclesia, not Askaror. So what you do again when you have no Askaror, you just end on Spell Trap, Pop, and Yugioh. In this case though, maybe, I don't know, yeah, actually Dragon is good against Dark Magician because of the spell cards. So he's got the skill to mill. He's got Magician Souls. He's got Chronicle Magician. He's got Soul Servant to begin with to get the fusion. Dark Magical Circle, and I let that go. At this point, Secrets of Dark Magic and Ultimate Fusion. But we negate the Ultimate Fusion because we don't want him to pop anything. That's why. He went into the Dark Magicians. Here he comes. And then he's got Magician Soul straight away. At this point, I changed Soul Blackout to pop the Sat Monster and the Circle, so he gets no banish. Plus, I use Yugioh's effect to negate Dark Magicians, so he gets no draws. So that's the plan. And now we have finished our interruption. So he's got Dark Magician, so no draw, of course, as I told you. He's got Steel Rod that he can use to get the Soul Servant. Soul Servant here to get the combination set up for next turn. use that to draw it. Combination sat down, but he decided to go into Daybreaker, okay. And then is the effect, still, he can't attack. But we don't care about combination, guys, because we can negate it with Dragite. So he's got the combination, but again, Dragite can just negate, so we don't really care about that. And we got another Mohi, so we can do basically the thing again. Mohi reveals another Synchro Summon, starts Dragon, because we have a Soul Mode Activate ready. And we got a draw, he scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Again, I don't think we're going to have an issue against Blue Eyes going first, but going second, guys, of course, as I told you, it depends on what you draw, and of course on the end board that your opponent has. Surely Ecclesia and Dawnwalker help you going second, because Ecclesia is another special summon and basically another level 8 to go with, and Dawnwalker same. But again, you have 5 slots in the deck that you can play your staples into, so you can play triple draw. I wouldn't go into Droplet, because you really need the cards in your hand, to be honest, because of Dawnwalker. I would probably play either backward removal like Cyclones and Book of Eclipse. So with Book of Eclipse, at least, you know, you can get stuff like you can hand the board and his end board, because you just flip down everything, and at that point it can become easy to get rid of everything. And for the back rows, eventually you can just, if you use Book of Eclipse, then you have Dragite to basically deal with back rows eventually. Anyway, guys, that's it for the duels. Hope you enjoyed it. I will work on the other version as well, but we got the new box out, so I don't know where you're gonna see this, but definitely after the box, so I probably gonna try something with the new box, with the new Savage Dragon. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.